Imagine if everything you thought you knew about AI suddenly felt, well, incomplete. Beat. Just last week, the landscape fundamentally shifted. It was a pivotal moment, really unprecedented. Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack complex ideas into clear, actionable insights for you. Today, we're diving into a week that really reshaped how we'll think about, use, and maybe even build with artificial intelligence. We've got quite a stack of recent releases to explore, GPT-5 and all its tiers, Claude Opus 4.1, Google's Gemini Deep Think, but also some revolutionary new video editing tools and, frankly, astonishing music generation.
That's right. It was supposed to be a quieter period for AI, but instead it just felt like a fireworks show of innovation, didn't it? Our mission today, it's really to give you a comprehensive guide to these game-changing developments and, crucially, how they can give you a massive advantage. We'll navigate through the tiers of GPT-5, see how these AIs perform in messy, real-world scenarios, and help you choose the right fighter for any task. We're even going to peek into some mad scientist labs and glimpse the future of coding, so get ready for some serious insights. Okay, let's unpack this.
So, GPT-5. It generated a huge buzz. The internet was definitely alight. But a crucial point many reviews seem to miss, it's not one single model. OpenAI released GPT-5 across 3 distinct performance tiers, and that's really vital for you to understand.
Absolutely. Think of it less like a single product and more like a tiered subscription for a superpowered brain. You've got the base model, that's the free plan. It's good for most daily tasks, offers a think longer mode for basic reasoning. It's effective, yeah, but it's definitely not the full experience.
Right. Then there's the Plus plan. It's $20 a month. This is kind of your sports package. It tunes that standard GPT-5 with a dedicated thinking mode for significantly enhanced reasoning. For many professionals, this is probably the sweet spot. It provides that extra analytical horsepower you might need.
And then the real game changer. The Pro plan, $200 a month. This is the Formula One car of AI, seriously. It unlocks the GPT-5 Pro model with maximum reasoning depth. We're talking exceptional game-changing results for high-stakes business strategy, complex data analysis, and serious software development. It's just a different beast entirely.
And this distinction is so critical because most of those initial online reviews, they were based on the free tier. That's like judging the performance of a Formula One car by test driving, a standard family sedan.
Right.
They're simply not the same thing. So what's the most important takeaway about GPT-5's tiers?
Yeah, it's that different tiers mean vastly different performance. You really can't judge the Pro by the free version.
Exactly. Don't judge the Pro by the free.
Okay, benchmarks are cool. Yes, they give us a good sense of raw power. But how do these models really perform on messy, real-world development tasks? That's where it gets really interesting, isn't it?
It absolutely is. We look at GPT-5 Pro in action with 2 key challenges. First, the legacy code challenge, hardening a massive 27,000-line legacy code base. This was a problem that had previously stumped other top AIs.
And what we saw was fascinating. Claude, for example, often acted like the idealist. It couldn't quite process the sheer volume of code, so its solution was this visionary but totally impractical 6 to 12-month complete rebuild, basically like starting a new project from scratch. A beautiful dream, maybe, but not the reality a business usually needs.
Exactly. GPT-5 Pro, in contrast, was the pragmatist. It analyzed the entire code base in about 15 minutes.
Wow, 15?
Yeah, and then it delivered a comprehensive, realistic implementation plan designed for a small team. It kind of inferred the business context, the need for practical, incremental improvement, not a massive rewrite. That's a huge differentiator.
Then there was the creator challenge, building a beatmaker app from scratch, just in a single HTML file. This really highlighted the different philosophies these models can have.
GPT-5, acting as the engineer, produced a clean, intuitive, perfectly functional application. Flawless core functionality right out of the gate. It just worked. Simple as that.
Claude, on the other hand, was more the designer. It built a more elaborate, feature-rich app. It even added publishing capabilities that weren't asked for. So it essentially over-engineered the solution. Powerful, sure, but sometimes you just don't need all those extra bells and whistles.
Right. Both performed well, but with these different philosophies. GPT-5 focused on flawless core execution, while Claude tended to add extra unrequested features. For lean projects where precision and directness matter, GPT-5 often comes out ahead.
So what did the real-world tests reveal about GPT-5 Pro?
Well, it seems GPT-5 Pro really excels at pragmatic, business-contextual problem-solving. It gets the unspoken needs. It understands the context. Beat. So with so many powerful AIs now available, success really isn't about finding one single best model anymore, is it? It's more about choosing the right fighter for the right battle, building your own sort of intelligent toolkit.
That's spot on. Like for writing tasks, say content creation, marketing copy, maybe even complex documentation, GPT-5 is undeniably the master wordsmith. Its natural, human-like tone and its ability to really adhere to specific style guidelines just make it tops. It consistently produces polished, ready-to-use text.
And for business strategy, those really high-stakes problems where clarity and deep insight are absolutely crucial. The virtual CEO is GPT-5 Pro. Its superior reasoning and an almost uncanny understanding of unstated business context are just invaluable there.
Okay, development work. This is where it gets a bit more nuanced, I think. We see a hybrid dream team emerge. Use GPT-5 Pro as the architect, maybe, for high-level planning, complex refactoring, thorough code reviews. Then you bring in Claude Code as the master builder for the hands-on implementation, and especially those incredibly complex multi-agent workflows we'll touch on later. They complement each other beautifully.
Right. And when you need a digital librarian for research, accuracy, rigorous source validation, especially for academic, professional, or financial research where accuracy is absolutely non-negotiable, Gemini Deep Research remains the undisputed champion. It's designed for that precision.
And perhaps surprisingly, for coaching and empathy, GPT-5 has shown really remarkable capabilities as a kind of digital therapist. Its empathetic tone and its ability to infer emotional context make it surprisingly powerful for self-reflection, maybe even coaching. It's truly something to experience. So what's the key strategy for using these diverse AIs?
It's really about choosing the right AI for each specific task you have at hand.
Match the tool to the job. Makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, let's shift gears to creative tools because this week brought some genuinely mind-blowing advancements. Runway just dropped Aleph, which honestly, the best way to describe it is like Photoshop for video.
Yeah, it's like having a Hollywood-grade visual effects studio right there on your laptop, and you control it all with simple text prompts. It's pretty transformative.
In tests, we saw it add large white angel wings to that iconic Pulp Fiction dance scene. And it wasn't just some crude overlay. It seamlessly tracked the dancers, articulated believable feather motion, handled realistic shadows. It even adjusted reflections and lighting in the scene. The wings truly felt, well, native to the original footage.
And another jaw-dropper, adding heavy rain to a clear outdoor shot. This is where the magic really hit me. It estimated depth, motion, produced wind-driven raindrops with occlusion, appearing behind trees, generated surface ripples, wet reflections, mist. It even relit the entire frame to match the rainy conditions. The rain felt absolutely native, not just some tacked-on effect.
The key takeaway here for you. This is professional quality, with near real-time processing, a minimal learning curve, all controlled via intuitive text. This isn't just a new tool, it's a profound democratization of professional video effects. What's the biggest impact of Runway Aleph?
I'd say it democratizes professional video effects, making that Hollywood-level quality accessible to almost anyone.
Yeah, leveling the playing field for creators. Beat.
And on the audio front, for years, AI music felt stuck in what people call the uncanny valley, right? Often sounding a bit off, like bad karaoke maybe. But ElevenLabs, they just crossed that valley. This is a fundamental leap in audio generation.
It truly is. This new model produces audio that's often, frankly, indistinguishable from professional human artists. Just think about that for a second.
The new model generates these crystal clear vocal reproductions. You hear natural breathing, emotional inflection. It understands genre-appropriate styling. It's not just generating sounds, it understands the feel of a piece.
And musically, it creates complex harmonic structures, professional arrangements, and it produces tracks with a sound that's radio-ready, like fully mixed and mastered. It's production-ready audio.
The test tracks really speak volumes. A prompt for 1986 synthwave night drive delivered authentic vintage tones, wide stereo imaging, that tight momentum. It felt like it was plucked right out of the era.
Another one, mid-tempo Afrobeats pop single, absolutely nailed the groove, the call and response vocals. It had these glossy vocals and a really radio-ready mix. It was genuinely impressive stuff.
So for music producers, this is a massive accelerator, rapid prototyping, cost-effective commercial music production. And for content creators, it's an endless source of custom, royalty-free soundtracks, intro-outro music, powerful audio branding, all on demand.
So how does ElevenLabs change the game for audio?
Well, it creates human-quality music and vocals, effectively democratizing production and custom audio creation.
Right. High-quality audio for everyone. Now, while Google's main AI products are polished and pretty widely used, their experimental labs, that's where the truly mad scientist work happens. These projects give us a fascinating glimpse into the creative future of AI.
Absolutely. First, there's Gemini Storybooks, which feels like the first true author and illustrator in a box. You give it a prompt, and it generates a complete illustrated storybook. We're talking professional quality illustrations, print-ready layout.
A simple prompt like how a tiny seed becomes a rooftop garden produced this charming fact-check children's book, fully illustrated, perfectly laid out. This isn't just text and images scattered around. It's a complete, coherent narrative product.
Then there's Genie 3. Now, this one isn't public yet, but it's a text-to-world engine. So if some AIs create movie scenes, Genie 3 creates an entire playable video game level.
Whoa. Okay, imagine scaling that. Creating entire interactive worlds with just a few prompts. The sheer potential is kind of mind-bending, generating navigable, interactive 3D environments just from simple text that could genuinely revolutionize virtual reality content, game development. It's huge.
It really highlights that classic case of innovation looking for an application, doesn't it? The incredible technical capability exists, but we're still figuring out the most practical and impactful ways to actually use it. So what's the big idea behind Google's experimental AI?
I think they're just pushing the creative boundaries, generating entire books and even interactive 3D worlds from scratch.
Pushing boundaries, exactly.
Now, while GPT-5 definitely grabbed most of the headlines, Anthropic quietly released a very powerful upgrade, Claude Opus 4.1. Think of it less as a brand new concept and more like a Porsche 911, relentlessly refined, incredibly powerful, and highly specialized.
That's a great analogy. The key upgrades really seem to focus on a developer's workflow. We're talking enhanced code understanding, allowing it to accurately analyze entire repositories, navigate complex multi-file projects, map code relationships. That's a huge leap for code comprehension in AI.
Its advanced search capabilities are also significantly better, making it much easier to find relevant code examples within large code bases. For an AI copilot, that kind of search is absolutely crucial.
But where Claude truly shines, where its, let's say, ultimate power lies, is in its multi-agent workflows. This is where it acts as the conductor of an AI orchestra. These agents, they're essentially specialized AI models, each with a specific role work together. Claude orchestrates these sophisticated automated assembly lines that consistently produce superior results compared to just single prompt approaches.
A perfect example given was the Content Factory pipeline. Imagine Agent 1 researches, Agent 2 drafts, Agent 3 ruthlessly edits, and then maybe a human writer refines based on that editor's notes. This automated multi-step collaboration is currently probably best in class for complex tasks. So how does Claude Opus 4.1 stand out most?
Its multi-agent workflows are really best in class for complex automated tasks right now.
That orchestration capability.
God.
Beat. In a genuinely surprising move, OpenAI released new open source models this week. This is a major shift for them, offering competitive, publicly available alternatives to their flagship proprietary products.
Yeah, this feels a bit like a Prometheus moment for AI, doesn't it? Like the fire of frontier-level AIs being handed to the people. Now, any developer can build powerful private AI systems right on their own infrastructure, potentially.
There are two models. The 20 billion parameter motorcycle engine parameters, by the way, broadly indicate a model's complexity, and its capacity for learning this one is hyper-efficient. Small enough for mobile devices. It seems perfect for local, privacy-focused applications where sensitive data stays on your device.
And then there's the 120 billion parameter V8 engine that's just raw power. It achieves near-frontier performance competitive with the big proprietary models. Designed for server-based deployments, it's a powerful open-source alternative for really demanding tasks, offering incredible flexibility.
We saw a fascinating real-world test involving a professional accountant. This person had found other open-source models generally unreliable for their specific work. They tested the new 20B model.
And the breakthrough for them. It performed accurate calculations on complex financial data, correctly calculated revenue from messy tables. It provided reliable numerical analysis without hallucinating making stuff up, and it even self-corrected its own reasoning process. That's a massive game changer for professional-grade analytical work using open source.
This is potentially the first open source model capable of reliable professional-grade mathematical and analytical work. Why are these new open source models so significant then?
Well, they offer competitive, reliable, and crucially privacy-focused AI alternatives for everyone.
More choice, more control, more privacy.
Right.
Beat. Okay, the final major development we tracked isn't actually a model, but a new type of environment. Agentic Development Environments, or ADEs. This looks like a fundamental evolution beyond the traditional IDEs, the integrated development environments that developers have used for decades.
Yeah, this is truly a shift from the, let's say, lone craftsman's workshop, that's your traditional IDE, to a collaborative AI-powered lab, the ADE. And an agent, just to clarify in this context, is an AI component designed to perform specific tasks or pursue goals somewhat autonomously.
Exactly. A traditional IDE is essentially single-player, you and the code. An ADE like Warp, however, is multiplayer from the ground up, built specifically for human-AI collaboration. It fully supports those multi-agent workflows we discussed earlier and automated tool orchestration.
Warp seems to have some key advantages. It offers multi-model support, so it's like having a team of expert AI consultants available. It can handle different AIs, even providing automatic failover if one AI service goes down. That's crucial for reliability and workflow.
And it dominates benchmarks, too. Top scores on SW Bench for code generation, #1 on Terminal Bench for command line capabilities. Its performance is genuinely impressive on paper.
And importantly, maybe a superior user experience. It's a native standalone app, not browser-based, which usually means it's faster, more responsive. Plus, it has a richer visual interface. So what defines the shift from IDEs to ADEs like Warp?
I think it's really a move from single developer tools to collaborative AI-powered development environments.
Collaboration baked in. Makes sense. And finally, Google's long-awaited Gemini Deep Think has officially launched. You can think of this one as maybe a gold medal-winning Olympic weightlifter. Incredibly strong, maybe the strongest in its specific event.
It appears to be the undisputed champion of mathematical reasoning. Its performance on competition math problems is just staggering 99.2% accuracy reported. That's superior even to human experts competing at the Math Olympics level. This truly makes it the clear go-to model for rigorous, high-stakes quantitative analysis where precision is paramount.
But the market reality is tough, isn't it? It enters as a premium price model, also at that $200 a month mark. Meanwhile, GPT-5 now offers a surprisingly powerful free tier and that Professional Plus tier at a much lower cost.
Right. These simultaneous releases are creating intense pricing pressure across the board. Why would you pay high fees when a free or cheaper alternative is, maybe, nearly as good for many other common tasks? It means model specialization is likely accelerating. You'll probably be using Gemini for pure math, GPT-5 for writing, Claude for complex coding. You're building that hybrid approach, picking the best and most cost-effective model for each specific task.
So what's the main challenge for Gemini Deep Think, despite its obvious strengths?
Its premium pricing faces really tough competition from cheaper, increasingly versatile alternatives.
Price versus specialization, got it. Just a couple of quick hits from the week as well. ChatGPT now offers break suggestions if you're in a long session. A small thing, but maybe an important step for healthier AI interaction, I think.
And Kaggle launched Game Arenas, where AI models can actually battle it out in games like chess. It provides an entertaining but also very direct way to evaluate their strategic reasoning capabilities. Fun to watch, probably useful too.
Looking at the bigger picture, we see maybe 3 key industry trends really emerging from this whirlwind week.
First, there's model convergence. The top proprietary models, they're reaching pretty similar capability levels across many common domains now. So differentiation is moving beyond just raw performance numbers, more towards user experience, integration, and accessibility.
Second, experimental application growth. Companies are clearly exploring more creative and novel AI uses. They're focusing on new kinds of interactions and unique user engagement. We saw that with things like storybooks and Genie 3.
And finally, open source momentum. High-quality open source alternatives are gaining serious traction. This is making privacy-focused local deployments more viable and powerful than they've ever been before. This feels like a profound shift for the entire ecosystem. So what's the overarching shift in the AI industry this week?
AI capability is converging, it's becoming more experimental in application, and open source models are gaining really strong momentum.
Convergence, experimentation, and open source rising. Okay, beat, sponsor. So for you as an individual user trying to navigate this new landscape, the key is absolutely to build that hybrid toolkit we talked about.
Yeah, lean into the specialization. Use GPT-5 for your general writing needs, maybe ElevenLabs for that high-quality audio, Runway Aleph for professional video enhancements, Claude for your complex agentic workflows, and Gemini perhaps for the hard, rigorous research or math problems.
And for organizations, it's really about a holistic evaluation now. You need to consider the total cost of ownership, privacy implications, security, and team training, my advice. Start by experimenting with the free tiers wherever possible to evaluate how well each model fits your specific team needs and workflows.
Looking ahead, it's pretty clear that the technology is still outpacing the application sometimes. Tools like Genie 3 are incredible solutions looking for problems, you know. The raw capability is there. Now it's up to us to innovate how we actually use it effectively.
And the democratization is accelerating rapidly.
Mm-hmm.
Professional quality tools, things previously out of reach for most, are now available for minimal cost. This empowers so many more creators and businesses. It's really exciting.
And this fierce competition among the labs, it's driving incredibly rapid innovation. That's a huge win for you, the user, ultimately. It keeps prices in check and capabilities constantly improving.
And, if I'm being vulnerable for a moment here, I still wrestle sometimes with the sheer speed of these changes and finding the perfect way to integrate them all smoothly into my own workflow. It's a constant learning curve, and I think that's okay. It's part of the process right now.
That's a really great point, because the biggest takeaway maybe is this. Integration is becoming the critical skill. Success is less about finding that single best model and much more about effectively combining multiple AI systems to leverage their unique strengths. What's the most important skill for navigating AI going forward?
Effectively combining multiple AI systems is now the key to success.
Yeah, being the conductor.
This week's releases really have fundamentally shifted the AI landscape. The old question maybe was, which single tool should I use to do everything?
The new, and I think far more important question for you to ask now is, how can I combine these incredible specialized tools effectively to achieve results that were impossible with any one of them alone?
The future seems to belong not to the person who finds that single best tool, but perhaps to the conductor who can navigate this growing complexity. It's about orchestrating the strengths of multiple AI systems to achieve truly unprecedented outcomes. We've been given these incredible building blocks. The real innovation, I think, will happen in how you learn to use them together. Outro music.